A century has ebbed away since that sweet boy saw his first day. His accent crisp, his diction clear, he entertained us year on year. It felt as if he was a friend. It seemed the joy would never end. And yet, in 1988, our Kenneth, all too soon, was late. His story makes me now reflect on why he won our huge respect. Behind King's Cross, his humble birth did not foretell a life of mirth. His father, whom he disobeyed, told him he had to have a trade. That was not him. He needed more. He yearned to make our spirits soar. He craved the buzz of being on stage, and triumphed from an early age. Though he was seldom top at school, he did know how to act the fool. And in the Far East with the troops, he shone so brightly in the groups. When in St. Joan by Bernard Shaw, his talent was brought to the fore. Producers sensed what he could be, and put him on the BBC. With Tony Hancock he excelled. With pride his mother Louise swelled. She was her son's most loyal rock. She shared the blow of each new knock. Beyond our ken and round the Horn saw him wake to his happiest dawn. The jolly cast, the family feel, made his world finally seem real. The truth was, he'd forever fought a fight that made him overwrought. Identity preyed on his mind. A secret lay for him to find. Would ever he strike gold and meet the soulmate to make him complete? Amidst it all, when plagued by doubt, his love to give would still pour out. On just a minute he held court. The process in his every thought revealed a man of depth and wit. He realized the heights he'd hit. He'd earned his place, he'd learnt so much. His knowledge served him as his crutch. On Jack and Nori, when he smiled, he lit the fuse for many a child. He offered them his craft and voice. He'd always be their favourite choice. And yet for us, our Kenneth dear is linked to one main source of cheer. He was a teacher, doctor, cop. In comedy he'd reached the top. And as for me, how my side aches when seeing him with Hattie Jakes. He portrayed Caesar when in Rome, and in those films he'd found his home. We know, although he's been and gone, his legacy will carry on. It's more than just the parts he played. We must admire the time he stayed right at the peak of showbiz here, in such a glittering career. He'd drift, he'd droop, he'd fret, he'd frown, but never let his public down, and such a man deserves our praise for battling through his darkest days. He hid his torment deep below as he kept putting on his show. Some people have since said, in fact, that Kenneth Williams was an act. He laid aside concerns and fears while holding back his troubling tears. You may recall the ones you cried the night you heard that he had died. No proud hearts and no stubborn wills could overcome such lethal pills. The emptiness was so profound, the mourning fast spread all around, for like the time we lost Sir Noel, Great Britain had a gaping hole. He dared to stand out from the herd. He was outrageous and absurd. That character we've sorely missed, whose picture's been so often kissed. Actors will come and they will go. Comics may stain their magic glow, but Kenneth clung on to his skills. He weathered storms and braved his ills. He was most precious in our ranks. This special day we give him thanks. The funniest man I never met, the star none of us will forget.
Oh no, Kenny. Yes, the Kenneth Williams Centenary musical. Oh yeah, no, what a prospect.